You and I, yeah, you and I, still got a long way to go, a long
Hi guys! So we have decided we wanted to talk to you a little bit more about the Long Way to Go video in particular. The idea for this video was something slightly different to what we've done before, in the sense of we wanted to base it on yourself and your dealing with your inner demons and issues that you might be struggling with internally. So we have a little something for you.
I wouldn't resent you or hold it against you and me. It probably should.
For me, I would say I've come a really long way with self-confidence. When I joined the band, I was just I would wear really plain clothes, I wasn't brave enough to wear the stuff that I do now. And I just think you get to a point where you have to just trust that you are good enough. And you just have to believe that people will like you for who you are. And even confidence in terms of singing. When I was really young, people would have to go out of the room to get me to sing, and I was just so nervous. But I just think I've come a long way already, and I still got a while to go. Because I'm much more confident now when we do photo shoots and music videos. I think cutting my hair off was a big thing, because I think that for me was a big safety net when I was younger, and I was just always had the long hair and I could flick it around my shoulder and I felt girly. So it was really scary. But I'm so glad that I did it, because I think it helped me grow. Before it happened and afterwards, when I dyed my hair pink for the Stupid Things video, oh my God, I remember FaceTiming our manager and just crying my eyes out, because I think I just had my hair cut short and then it got dyed pink, and it was a lot of change all at once, and I'm not very good at dealing with change. So especially to my personal appearance, it was a lot to take in. But I'm glad I did. And I think sometimes changing something so drastically, like cutting your hair off, actually helped, because so many people were saying you look amazing and all of this, and it's not that made me believe that it did, but I just think I was actually I can pull this off, whereas before I would have said, oh no, I don't have a good enough face to have short hair, la la la. But I think coming to terms with the fact that there isn't a perfect, and nobody's perfect because it doesn't exist. Everyone has a different perspective of perfect. So I would say I've come a very long way with my self-confidence.
Hell yeah!
Still got a long way to go, a long way to go to fix all the damage that we've done. You know that it's all love.
Hi guys, so I think I've definitely come a long way with my anxiety and depression. If you didn't know, I only really tell close people, so this is quite cringe for me to actually come on the camera and speak about it. But basically, last year I had really bad anxiety and depression. I think I had it when I was younger, and I just didn't realise, and none of my family realised. It was something that was just, people just thought I was shy. I would go to the shop with my mum, and I would want to buy things, but I would say to my mum, can you just buy that, and can you speak to the cashier, because I don't want to speak to them. And my mum would always be like, what? And then I'd never want to go to the doctors on my own. I'd never want to go to the dentist. I never want to do anything on my own. And then obviously me and the girls moved to London, and I had to live on my own with the girls, and I knew no one in London. So I think obviously that was amazing, and it just threw me in the deep end, because obviously I wanted to live with the girls. I wanted to do music, live in London, have the best life, the life that I dreamed of. So I done it, and for the first few months I was fine, and then I think as the months went by, it just got worse and worse and worse, to the point where I didn't want to go out of the house. I didn't want to leave the house. I couldn't leave the house and get on the tube without my earphones, and if I didn't have my earphones, I just wouldn't go out, because I used to put my earphones in, and that way I knew no one would speak to me, and if people were speaking about me, I wouldn't know what they were saying, which, come to think of it now, is so stupid, because I actually came here today without my earphones. I had, I think, 6 months of therapy last year, and it really did help. And now I can actually do everything on my own. I can go out to a restaurant and I can eat on my own and feel fine, and I can go to the cinema and watch a film on my own and I'll be fine. So I think having 6 months of therapy really helped. And in terms of my depression, that was more a bit similar to Lauren, like the way I looked. Like I hated my hair, I hated everything about myself. Like when I looked in the mirror, I was never happy. Like there was always something negative to say when I looked in the mirror. But I think I do a thing now of waking up, and when I look in the mirror, I'm like, it's really cringe, but I'm like, you actually look good today. Like, and just that, and like processing them words really helps. I still have a long way to go with my anxiety and my depression, but right now I think I've improved so much, and I just can't believe how far I've come in the space of a year.
Say that you can own now. Oh, no, no, no. I want your body closer to me.
It's just a bit uncomfortable. So I think I've come a long way in my whole weight loss journey. So I've always wanted to be slim. As a child, I was never slim. Like I was always that chubby child since I was about 4 years old growing up. And I had a complex always. I didn't want to wear short skirts, even when my mum tried to buy me them. Like I was like, no, I'm not. Like I'm too big. I need to cover myself up. And then at about 14 years old, I got to my heaviest. I was 73 kilos, which was a lot because I'm only 5'2". And I just felt really bad about myself. And I was like, gosh, like this is so bad. But I thought that obviously I always wanted to be a singer, and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to make it in this world. Like all these pop stars, they look slim and tall, like I won't be able to make it. So I tried to like look after myself a bit more. I mean, I never ate badly or anything, but I think I just ate too much. So I started to look after myself a bit more. I started to go to the gym a lot, and just do the right things. And I started losing weight. And then obviously I got into the band. I was about 19 when we got into the band, and I was all right, but I was a bit heavier than I am now. And I still felt like a bit of a complex. I was like, oh gosh, I'm with like 3 really slim girls. I was just like, I felt a bit like I was like the odd one out. So yeah, then I started to like train more, and I just started to lose weight as it went on. Then obviously we did the X Factor. We went on the X Factor tour, and I let myself go a bit. And now I look back at that time and I was like way more chubbier. But now I just feel really good about myself. I've established like a good routine. I know what to do at the gym that works for me. And I know what to eat. So I'm just so much happier now. Now I'm just like, do you know what? I am who I am. I will never be slim. I will never have slim legs or a thigh gap. And that's fine, because these thighs, when I'm on the toilet and I drop my phone, they'll save it. Yeah? So that's fine. And I am who I am, and I've still got a way to go, but I'm here today and I'm much happier.
Okay, so I have come a long way, I think, when it comes to not caring about what people think of me. Since I can remember, I've always been very conscious of what other people think of me. I get a bit paranoid about judgment and thinking, oh, what they're thinking of me, like, do they like that, do they not? And I think recently, I think it's helped being with the girls. That's like a really strong like friendship group, which really helps. And it's made me realise that as long as you have those close friends, I've got some amazing friends back home as well that care about you and want to see you succeed. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. Everyone's always going to have something negative to say about you. There's always going to be someone, so you can't please everyone. That's probably a better way to put it, to stop being a people pleaser, because I have been a people pleaser, and yeah, I've always cared about what people think, but I think it's important not to. And in this industry, you just learn quickly to be thick-skinned and to try and brush off negative comments unless it's from people you love and you care about. They're the only opinions that matter. So yeah, I feel like I'm learning to trust my path. I know that what's meant for me will happen, embrace myself and not care what anyone thinks.
Long way to go.